XRP price prediction and XRP news in today's video.
What's going on, everyone? Win with Ryan here, and we're going to start this video off with a quick giveaway. We're giving away $100, and all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment below. Every single comment gives you an entry to win, and then go over to winwithryan.com to make sure that you are subscribed to my Make Money newsletter. That's where we announce the winner every single month. So with that being said, keep winning.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We do have a program interruption for the day. We're going to also cover Shiba Inu, but I just want to let you guys know we're covering XRP today. And if you guys remember, if you guys are OG holders or OG run guys, you'll remember XRP was what we studied a lot for a very, very long time. Obviously, the SEC lawsuit has caused some problems, but it looks like we are getting over that. So there's a huge article today that we're going to cover. And then also, as you can see here, I mean, look at this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days now, even 6 days. If you go down here, when it hit that 58-cent level, it has grown 55% the last 6 days. So very exciting for XRP. What it obviously shows here, one, it got to this zone and it got pretty close there and it rejected there. So it's got to fight through there. But our real next fight belongs right here at about $1.09. Personally, I just opened up a small position on XRP at 82 cents, and it's currently sitting at 88 cents. I'm going to be exiting this position at $1. I know 109 looks like the spot to exit, but personally, I'm going to get out a little early because sometimes it doesn't make it up to that high as we've seen. So what I'm going to show you guys here, price prediction, XRP. Let's take a look here at the Heikin-Ashi candles, and that'll give us a good idea of support and resistance, okay? So first and foremost, if you take a look here, the price has reached right here just now. And interestingly enough, that would be our supply and demand zone. So taking a look here, the last up candle right here before the down move, I guess you could even say this one before the down move would be that candle there. There's also one here. But what we're looking for right now is, why did this just reject off? And is this just a little precursor, or is this a real rejection? We are currently on the daily candles. This is going to be ending in 21 minutes and 26 seconds. So what I want to show you, though, is like these little blips, those don't mean anything to me, really. This was an actual up move. And so the last candle on the up move is where we're going to go. So the top of that candle is there, bottom of that candle is there. Oh, and we need to stretch it out that way. And as you can see, it got right into that supply and demand zone, and it rejected off of that zone for XRP. Now, the next zone that we're looking for this thing to actually make a move into would be, this is the last up move prior to that one. This was a tiny blip I'm going to pass, but this one right here. So right here, we have this green candle, and we have the top and the bottom of that green candle there. Stretch it. And that is our price prediction for XRP. That is where we are looking for XRP to ultimately get to on this current move. Okay. So with that being said, that would be putting us at $1.21. $1.21 is where we are looking for the move to happen. Right now, it is sitting at 90 or at 88 cents. And we just talked about that. After it gets past that section there, then we get up into this zone, which is our most recent highs. And even though, so this would be the last up move before the down, and then we got some of these things here. So we could even test this out here, which would be here and here. And that could get us, whoa, go back. And that can get us to here for XRP. So these are our zones that we're looking at going to. What's also interesting, if you look at our volume sections here, so we broke through these volumes and it's going up, and this is kind of the volume section that stands out the most in this area right here, right? So boom, there's that one. So this would get us out of that zone early, which would be nice, because if we try to make it all the way into this zone first without actually really testing this big amount of volume, we could be interrupted there. So what's probably going to happen if we go ahead and grab our highlighter, is the price. It's rejected here. There we go. All right, cool. So what's probably going to happen is this is going to, oh yeah, and we also, just so you guys are aware, what we have run into here is the 200-day moving average, which is a big deal. Because if you take a look here, for the longest time, we were riding above the 200-day moving average, and that's when XRP was doing well. And then it dropped below, and then it used that as a resistance. So right now, we just ran into it. Like I said, we have 21 minutes left, 18 minutes left now. And this candle has to continue up and break through. We are looking for a breach of this section here. That's what we're looking for on the next move. So our price predictions, let's go ahead and lay out price predictions for XRP. Where are we going? We got our price label here. Our first stop for now is going to be here at $1.20. $1.20. Now, like I said, I have an open position. That's at this one now. So I'm waiting for that to break through. Once that breaks through, then $1.20 would be next. But myself, I'm exiting this position at $1. Unless it somehow just starts flying and breaks through there, then it'd be dumb to exit out. The next thing is going to be entering into our supply and demand zone of the top level, which puts us at $1.62. So those are the price predictions for the next levels. Obviously, we want to know where is it going after that. So what we're going to do now is jump to the monthly chart for XRP here. And what we're going to do is we're going to find the lowest point to the highest point. All right, so now that we have so we've already had our first massive run up, as we all know, then it came back down because of all the issues and so on. But what we're going to do is we're going to use the most recent swing low to the most recent swing high for XRP. So the most recent swing low would be this candle right here, this red one right here. And then obviously our most recent swing high is there. Now you may be wondering, well, what about the previous all-time high? And that's totally fine. In fact, what we'll take a look at here is where our price prediction long-term moving forward, besides all of this over here, where would price be going, which usually it goes up to a half measure move, which would be here. So long-term, before, like, obviously the $9 and the $90 XRP, we're not talking about any of that stuff yet. We're just talking about what's going to be happening here. So as you can see, price has run up, it's come back down, and it's tapped it twice. And now it is finally starting to make its move. There's also some fundamental news that came out that the XRP, which we'll cover here in a minute, the information may finally be coming to an end for the trial. But what we see here is the price, when it ran up, it came back all the way to the 786 and tapped it here once, tapped it here twice. And now it's just in this, what they call the golden zone, right? Between the 618 and the 786, but it's finally making a move up. And on our monthly chart here, we have 20 days and 1 hour left for this candle. But this is our first potential green candle because we have lots of days left. It did come down real hard. It already made its downward move. And now it's starting to try and pick up and go to the upside. What's also interesting is these fibs that we drew out, or these supply and demand zones that we drew out, they coincide exactly with the wicks here and the wicks here, right? So, and we could draw this over this way, and you can see where it's been a really sensitive zone. So for the fact that this could potentially be rising up to that zone, which is the 382 Fibonacci, is very realistic. Very realistic that we could be getting back to like $1.25. Myself, I would pull out at $1.20, right? So I don't ever want the move to fully happen because I've been in too many trades where I try to make it all the way, max it out, supreme greed, and then I just get dominated. So I want to prevent that. Also, good sign here, the VWAP on the monthly, this was a huge amount of VWAP down. I mean, look at all of this from here, and it barely nicked up there, but all of this has been volume weighted average price under the upside. So you can see we had two massive mountains on the monthly coming down to the bottom side. Now let's drop to the weekly. Oh yeah, and take a look at this on the weekly, how positive this is. We have a green dot on the weekly. VWAP just passed over on the weekly. So huge news. This week, by the way, we have 5 days and 1 hour left. So we're only 3 days old, really. I mean, 2 days and 23 hours old. And then if we take a look at this on the weekly chart, We've talked about this a lot when it comes to these volume sections here. You can see that volume was heavy here, like a really, really good floor. That's why it was standing there. It wasn't breaking through there. And then if it starts to go up, it'll have a little interruption. Here's a little peak out. There's a little peak out here, but this is a potentially big peak out at this zone, which is that $1.08. So exiting at $1, which is also coinciding with the Fibonacci of the 0.50 line, and then just sitting and waiting for a minute is pretty smart idea. Let's take a look at normal candles. Besides, the fact that it flipped Heikin-Ashi candle to a green, obviously showing upside momentum. Now we're on regular candles here. We have two. Last week's candle was positive. This week's candle has been an absolute bullet. Look at that. It's actually consumed this candle and this candle. So talk about a bullish engulfing, and there's still a ton of time left in this candle. We've also got a green dot down here on the bottom. We have the money flow turning green. So XRP is looking really strong. Let's actually take a look at, we're going to get rid of market cipher B. We're going to go into our indicator market liberator B, which is essentially the same thing, but there's a couple of different things that you can take a look at. One of the important things that has not happened yet is these little dots down here have not turned green. And those little dots coincide with another indicator that you can use, and that indicator is called the Wolfpack ID. If you click on the Wolfpack ID indicator, oh my gosh, look at this. This thing is about to flip. That is huge, huge, huge. Look what happens when the Wolfpack flips green. So from here, it flips green, and it ran up nicely. Look at that. Boom. And by the way, we're looking at weekly candles here, so we're looking at big moves, okay? So that is exciting. If we could flip a weekly Wolfpack ID to the green where these candles start going green, if we flip to the daily, it's got to be green. Yeah, look at that. It's flying on the green. Really, really good. And it's not even starting to creep down, which is a good thing. So XRP looking strong, looking bullish, looking really good. Let's go take a look at Shiba Inu. All right, daily charts here on Shiba Inu. And as you can see right now, we are also bullish green. We are having a down candle today. This candle ends in 10 minutes. This candle ends in 10 minutes. And it is, what's happened here is the candle broke through one of our zones, which we talk about all the time, right? So we talked about this yesterday, actually. It did break through our zone, which was fantastic. It came up here, and this is the extreme volume right here. It touched it again, it got kicked back. So right at this point, for the moment, the bears are in control at this level. Kicked it back down here. Now what happened? Well, we came back into this zone that we drew. That's a supply and demand zone. And look at that. It rejected off the supply and demand zone, starting to head to the upside. In fact, if we look at a smaller time frame, the 4-hour, right now it is on an upward. Let's turn this off so it doesn't confuse you. It's a green candle, okay? But on our Wolfpack ID though, it has broke below. However, it's not going extreme, right? So in reality, this thing could be taking a dive really, really low, but it's not. It's actually starting to curve rounded up on the 4-hour. Take a look at the 1-hour. The 1-hour is about to breach in the positive side here, potentially on this candle. Let's go ahead and remove that indicator there. Yep. And we do have a green hourly candle here. So right now you can also see this line right here, which is our anchored VWAP. It's coming down and tapping that anchored VWAP. So right now we are in a limbo zone in the hourly to make sure that we don't break below here. We do not want to break below that supply and demand zone. Taking a look here on the weekly chart for Shiba Inu, we had a good strong week last week. Already this week we had a nice down part, right? So we always want a little bit of a downside to our wick, so that way we know that it can move to the upside. And in fact, if you look here, this section was full of wicks. So if we take a look basically from here to here, we can see this. It down wick, bam, up. It tapped it, wick, took off, wicked in here deep, did rejected off that. This one wicked in here deep and rejected. And then obviously we ended up taking that downside. But now that we're in the upward momentum, we got the upward momentum. We've already broke through the next layer. We're almost already got into our next supply and demand zone, which we talked about yesterday. quad 037. Quad 037 is really where we see that going. And it got all the way up to quad 035. So very, very close. And then it rejected there on today's candle. But today's candle, it did come down, it tapped into our sensitivity zone, and it's moving to the upside. The thing I wanted to cover with you guys here was the moving averages. As you can see, the yellow line, which is our 50 moving average, the price is coming down very close to getting to that, which is fine. Because if you take a look at almost every other coin out there right now, like Loopring is not large enough of a volume coin, but if we go to like Dogecoin, look at this, all on the 50 moving average. This one right here almost got to the 50 moving average for Engine. Harmony almost got to the 50 average. Phantom got to the 50 average, rejected. Axie Infinity got very close to the 50 average, rejected. Solana hasn't even made it to the 50 average. It's currently sitting on its 20 moving average. Luna is not doing anything. Cosmos is stuck, right? It got to its 50 moving average, rejected. Link didn't even make it. Litecoin got above it and it's bouncing off of it. Crypto.com got above it, bouncing off of it. Binance Coin didn't make it. Cardano rejected. DOT didn't make it. Ethereum reached it, rejected. Bitcoin breached it and broke it for a second day. Huge, very, very. I mean, look at where this is going now to the 200-day moving average. That's going to be 46,800, 46,850 actually. So Bitcoin's looking so strong, and this is very, very positive for all of the market. But the reason why I brought that up, Shiba Inu, we breached it 2 days ago and then tested it and took off. So, I mean, Shiba Inu is looking fantastic. XRP, also great news. Breached the 50, continued on, and it tested its volume section here on the daily and took off again, but it's into its profit zone like we talked about. So we're going to see if people take too much profits here or they let this thing ride up to our next zone of $1.20. Let's jump over here to Crypto Panic, our favorite news aggregator, see what we got going on here. So in today's House hearing, Congress rejects Treasury's proposed stablecoin regime. UN to mark International Women's Day with Boss Beauty's Ethereum NFTs. That's pretty cool. Solana, Avalanche, 2 more altcoins will survive crypto winter. Morgan Creek's third major 2022 milestone, number of Cardano transactions surpasses 30 million. So there's been a lot of, I mean, what's really interesting, a lot of positive news coming out about Cardano. It just keeps on hitting it, which is good. Bitfinex hackers arrested, 94 million Bitcoin or 94,000 Bitcoin seized. There's a conspiracy theory going on about this, that this was a setup by the alphabet, that's C and the I and the other letter. So that's interesting. If you want to go do a deeper dive on that, see if Bitfinex and that, and see if you can find any information. Tether is a time bomb, says Congressman Warren Davidson. Cash App stalks the world, enables payments through the Lightning Network. That's also a huge deal, or shocks the world. Cash App did turn on the Bitcoin Lightning Network officially. Now, that's all good and dandy. Let's talk about XRP and search the news for XRP here. XRP price jumps after active addresses on its network hit all-time high. So people are fired up about XRP again. I mean, the XRP army is a real deal. And obviously we have the SHIB army coming in strong as well. That, I mean, a lot of that movement started with the XRP army, and then Shiba Inu took over, which was great. Shiba Inu price surges 25%. Ripple kicks off record-breaking move as XRP jumps above Ethereum killers, Solana and Cardano. As XRP reaches a level of resistance, can profit taking kick in? Well, that's what we were just talking about. We don't want people to take too much profit on these coins, because then obviously all the positive work that's being done could be undone just by everyone starting to sell and take profits out of their coin. Now let's talk about the Shiba Inu news, see if there's anything big here. Shiba Inu price jumps nearly 60% of Shibarium testnet. That's huge. Technical analysis, Leo up 60% today. SHIB falls lower following Monday's gains. They all had a little bit of a pullback today. People got excited. We're taking some profits. The market has to breathe a little. Crypto market cap regained $2 trillion with Bitcoin reaching at 45K. SHIB price surges 25%. Shiba Inu addresses surge 100% as Shiba Inu price skyrockets. That is impressive. So more people are getting on board now. The normies are starting to kick in. One thing I will let you guys know. So a lot of this, there's also some news coming out that for the next couple of days, basically kind of how it happened for Thanksgiving, right? Everyone got all excited. I'm going to tell my grandma, my aunt, how rich I am because of all this crypto that I hold. And then by time actual Thanksgiving got here, they crashed it. Same thing they're saying about the Super Bowl. Okay, the Super Bowl is coming in a couple of days. There's going to be hundreds of millions of dollars spent on advertising, and the actual so-called whales may take profits basically during the Super Bowl or after the Super Bowl. And everyone's trying to teach people how to buy and sell it. Everyone gets in, they take profits. So keep an eye for that as well.